Hi traders and welcome to the PL Capital Commodity Report. Today is Wednesday, August 30th, just after 3 o'clock Central Time. In this video, we're going to look at natural gas, oil, copper, gold, silver, and by request, uranium. So let's go. All right, looking at natural gas, the futures contract had to move over to the next contract, the October contract. September's expired, so you're going to see some different numbers than the previous chart, but it's still the same pattern. So in the last video, I was wondering if they were going to be gapping up to take out that previous high that I said, or if that was just going to be all the correction and then they're going to come back down. So gapped up Sunday, made an impulse. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulse, and it looks like we could have all the correction here. 1, 2, 3. The way this ended, I couldn't really see 5 waves. So there's a possibility that this might just be like the A wave, and then all of this might be the B wave, and they might make one ugly C wave to come down before they head back up. So if you're not already in the buy, I wouldn't be a buyer up here. And if you're lucky, they will give you a C wave down somewhere, break that low before heading up. And if they come down here, that is a great buy. But it's the way this is really starting to impulse. It's looking like all the correction could be done. And so here's your impulse, and that's all the correction. It's deep enough. Just, I don't like the way that ended, but it doesn't matter. But yeah, it's, it'll be breaking that 2829 level. Just a matter of, are going to come down one more time to make a real much bigger correction, or are they just going to blast right through? So only be looking for buy setups on natural gas. Oil. All right, oil's made a leading diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves up. So that tells me that, oh, I got to change this. That when we zoom out to the 4-hour, I've been saying I see this as a WX and a Y, and for now I have the higher degree X there, but because they came down in 3 waves, WXY, that WXY, that could be the X wave, and then there's still going to be one more wave up to break that 84, 89 for the Z wave. And so like I said, because I see a leading diagonal, I'm favoring that this is going to be going up to do that, give us a Z wave. So if we break it down again, 5 waves up, let me go down to a 30. So far, all I see is 1, 2, 3, 3 waves. That I doubt is going to be all the correction for this big move up. So I think they're going to be, that's 3 waves, and they're already starting to come up. It could be 1, 2, and then maybe some ending diagonal here. I would expect that they'll come back down, break that, what is it, 80, 88 level or so, break that, and that could be all the correction, or that, they could just kind of sit here for a while. But I'd only be looking for buy setups as long as it's under 82.05. I'd only be looking for buy setups. So I do expect that they'll come back down at least one more time, and then anything down in the low 80s, or they could take it even down into the 79s. But I'd only be looking for a buy setup for at least to break that high. But I think that this will end up, like I said, going up to take out 84, 89. All right, copper. I gotta change that. Okay, so copper is just going sideways here. And so after this move off the low, all I see is just 3 waves. And now it's going really slow and just sideways here. So I don't think this is all the correction, because so far I just see 1, 2, and we didn't break that high. So 385.10, they came really close today. 385.05. So ideally, what I would like to see them is just go up, tap that, maybe break it. And they don't have to. This could be all contracting flat. But I'd like to see them come down one more time to come down to this 37845 level, break that one more time, and then go and take those. Now, there's also the possibility that they're in the process of going to create a running flat, because they're getting so close to that high of 3862 that if they do come up and break it, I'd still would expect, like, that move there was A, and then I think that this move up, this is all B, and then they'll come down for a C before they go. So wouldn't be a buyer right here. You got to wait for them to either come down like into that range, or wait for, if they do break this high before they come down, then you got to wait for like something over there for the running flat. So only looking for buy setups, but I'd look at one of these two ranges depending on what pattern they're making. Gold. All right, gold. So gold, I was surprised. This is all the correction. Came down deep enough, but it was pretty quick. And it looks to me like they're making a leading diagonal here. So 1, 2, 3. That's 1. That was 2, 3. And to me, I only see 3. So I would expect a correction, which looks like it's already underway. Come down one more time, but still go up one more time. And then all in all, this is going to be a 1, 2, and then that'll be the third wave. So only looking for more up, but gets a little tricky now for gold, because after this correction, this last piece now is an ending diagonal, which means this is ending, obviously. So, even though I think there's one more up, like you're not playing for very much, because as soon as they come and break that 1949 level, any moment that could end that diagonal. They could extend it, but you got to be really careful if you're going to go for the buy, because after this, then I would expect a much bigger correction, because I think then that this is going to be going up in a diagonal. So that'd be 1. They'll come down for 3, for 2, and then go up for 3, 4, and a 5. So I'd only be looking for buy setups, but I think you'll be able to buy it much cheaper. Silver. All right, so silver is going up not as fast as gold is. And so far, this is just getting really, really big here. So I think this is just a 1, 2, 3, and then you got a 1, 2, 3. And now this is going up in a diagonal. And I think it's got to, if you want to be in the buy, I'd wait for it to come down into this zone, because I think that was 3. I think they're going to create a 4 coming down into like 24, 37, 24, somewhere in this range. That's where I would look for the next buy setup to go, and I would think that this is going to break both of these, 2507 and 2526. But they could make, you got to be careful once they do, because break this 25 level, because they could just come up. That could be the leading diagonal, and then before they break, then they're going to give a big correction. So, when you get in the buy down here, just know that once this breaks, you gotta be careful, because it could make a much bigger correction before it takes off. All right, uranium. So I'm looking at, this is a global ETF for uranium. futures data just didn't have enough data points to really get a good sense of it. Never traded uranium, but going out to the daily, what I can see is this came up from March of 20, came up in a leading diagonal format. And this whole piece coming down to here looks like a WXY correction. So 3 ways for W, that was X, that was Y, that was X, and then that was a Z. It's very sideways. I don't think that's a leading diagonal. It kind of didn't go at 3 and 5, like this didn't go very far past this level over here. So that's why I think this is all correction. Now this is not, like if that's all the correction, I would have expected that uranium would have been taken off by now. But it could be that it's just creating a really big diagonal. So 1, 2, 3, and then you have 3, 3, and 3. So like that'd be 1, 3 for 2. And now this is getting really ugly, but it looks like this is leading diagonal to there and correction. And then to me, like right in here, this looks like a triangle, which tells me that this, like this came down, I think that's the A. I think this is all going to be the B wave. And because they broke that top, I think they're going to be making a running flat. So like this will be 1, 2, and then, I mean, the 3 could be in, or they could go up a little bit more. But eventually I think they're going to come down swift, in a swift impulsive move down at some point real soon before they head up, and then they're going to give a running flat here. And then I think uranium, when this move down happens, then I think uranium is really going to be in a position to really take off. Because if this happens, if it comes down, you know, I don't know where, but you just see a swift move down, you know, 2160-ish or so, that'd be, I think, a really good buy location for it to come and break out of that, break that high 2433, because then that'd be 1, that'd be 2, and then I think, you know, 3, who knows where that'll end, but that'll be 3, and then you get a correction, and then still more up. So I'm going to be a buyer right here. I think you got to wait for, if this is a running flat. It looked, because of that triangle, I think this move up is all just B, the correction, and then, you know, it's been pretty ugly. So definitely wait for that pullback before the next wave up. All right, that's what I see in the commodities. Hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Good luck. See you in the next video.